All right, how about those Los Angeles Rams pulling off just a really impressive victory? I mean, this is one that they, kind of felt like they needed heading into this week. Could just not necessarily in terms of like they were realistically still going to make the playoffs, but kind of just to show they still are a very good team and they still can, hang with the best of them. And they just beat the team heading into this week that had the best record in the NFL. So very impressive win, and the Rams have now just shown that you get them on the right day, they can beat anybody. So I think the real thing is just this Rams offense is back. This Rams offense looked like what we thought it would be and what it was prior to that 3-game losing streak. So let's just talk about why this looks so good. And honestly, one thing is maybe it's looking even better because you did add Odell, and Odell was huge in this game, and I like Robert Woods, but I think it's fair to say prime Odell Beckham Jr. is better than prime Robert Woods. The issue is just we haven't seen prime Odell Beckham Jr. In nearly 5 years at this point, but still, again, better, worse, whatever. This offense looked explosive and looked similar to what we had seen it too. So let's get into the film. So like something like this is a great example of, I gotta be honest, this was kind of a bit of not the best coverage from Arizona, where what's going to happen is this isn't that crazy of a concept, but I do still like these concepts, and they can work from time to time like this. Every now and then you just kind of win the lottery. It's something that the Rams like to do a lot, where basically what they're doing is the Cardinals are in a cover 3 zone, and you see the way that this play can work. It's essentially the safety. That's where Stafford is going to make his read right here, where you have a deep shot, and if a safety can, see the deep shot, he's going to take it away, which typically means that over the middle, that can be open. You have a play action, so linebackers could be out of position, and then you hit it over the middle. That's the way this play typically works. However, sometimes the safety pays more attention to the crossing route over the middle, in which case the deep route now could be open, and that's what's going to happen here. Look, as you see, what's going to happen is that there is going to be this play action, and right here, so I paused it right now, you notice how the safety's hips are kind of turned towards the bottom of the screen. This is not ideal. This is not what you want to have happen, but part of it kind of goes to show just the extra attention Odell Beckham Jr. was getting. We'll get into more of what he did well this game, but Odell's the guy who's running the route over the middle, and so that's getting just that little extra step of safety attention, and when that happens, this is now bad news as a deep shot can be open. Look, Stafford is going to throw this one deep, and they are going to be able to, I mean, it's a great throw from Stafford, no doubt about that, and well ran by Van Jefferson, but it's also the value of adding an Odell Beckham Jr. is this stuff can happen. Also, let's just go and let's talk more Odell. Why don't we? Instead of a play where he didn't, his impact was while he wasn't on the field, let's talk about one where his impact will be while he is on the field. It's going to be basically just a pick play where you have Odell starting to your offense's right, but we'll be running to the left. Well, you have multiple players, actually 3 different eligible receivers to the Rams' left, who are going to run over the middle, 2 of which can just create some traffic and make this more difficult to cover Beckham. Watch how when Stafford takes the snap, you do notice Odell underneath, it just gets wide open. There is a Cardinal corner trying to cover him in this man coverage, but there's just so much traffic in front, he could not get through. It's now basically you're playing man coverage with no one on Odell Beckham Jr. That's not a great situation, and this is obviously a very good situation for the Rams. So this is kind of, you could argue, hey, it's bad defense. You got to find a way to fight through that. To me, I say this is just good play calling and good execution by the entire Rams receiving corps. So the last play was Odell helping set stuff up. Well, now Odell is taking advantage of other guys helping set stuff up. So it all works together. When you have several different receivers, they're not always all going to get a bunch of yards every game, but they will, over the course of a 16, or in this case, 17-game season, get a lot more yards in total working together. And again, in this case, only 4 games left, but you know what I mean. Odell makes the grab, and again, there's a linebacker, but the linebacker's not going to catch Odell. It's not until the safety comes over that he gets tackled. So again, good stuff, good play calling, and good execution by everyone involved there. It's just good team offense is what that is, quite frankly. And also something like this where, okay, let's just get rid of the team stuff. Let's just talk one-on-one, beat your guy football. Odell, one-on-one matchup in the red zone. It's weird because I feel like my perception of Odell Beckham Jr. is not that he's ever been this huge red zone guy. Although you go back to his heyday, he did have double-digit touchdowns in his first 3 seasons. So, it's not like he's, never been that either, but that's just kind of my perception. Anyways, watch this really well-ran route he's going to have here. There's just a quick fake as though it could be a fade, and then when he cuts over the middle, he's so explosive, he makes the catch. Also does kind of this weird, baseball slide type thing when he makes the grab. Not sure exactly why he did that, but hey, you got into the end zone, get the touchdown. So that's a very impactful play to Odell Beckham Jr. Into this Rams offense. Also something like this, this is just, we got to talk about Cooper Kupp. How have we gotten this far into the video talking about the plethora of Rams weapons without mentioning Cooper Kupp? This is an interesting play, and part of it, I think you could maybe put some blame on Marco Wilson, who will be the corner on this play. It's going to be a man coverage play. It's cover 0, actually. Stafford's going to have a design rollout, and the play is to hit Cooper Kupp. I mean, there's really no other option on this play. You hit Cooper Kupp or you throw the ball away, which honestly, there's worse strategies to have. So Stafford's going to take the snap right here. He does roll out, and you see Cooper Kupp. There's a little window for this throw to be made, but it's actually not going to be a great throw. Ideally, where you want to put this is just far away from Marco Wilson. You want to make Cooper Kupp have to make a diving catch, essentially. Kupp can do that, and worst case scenario, it falls incomplete. Stafford's throw, though, is a bit behind, and it looked like Wilson did have kind of a chance to intercept it. He went for the interception instead of for the incompletion, and because of that, it was not able to work out for him. But also, great concentration by Cooper Kupp, and that's really what it came down to, is he was still able to make the grab. So you could argue it's a dangerous throw from Stafford, but also the flip side is he got it down there so quickly that Wilson just wasn't able to react to it. So that's the flip side, right? That's where the arm strength comes into play a little bit, where because it was such a great throw, Wilson just wasn't able to react to it. This play was obviously just such a huge momentum play where it's, to set the stage, you're up 7 points with 11 minutes and 55 seconds left currently, and it's a cover 3 zone, first down and 20 you're going up against. So for the Cardinals, they're feeling pretty good about themselves right now. Hey, let's get the ball back. We're only down 7. Our offense is heating up. We feel good. And right when this play begins, you're going to see Stafford's going to fake a handoff right there, and he's going to throw, again, it's kind of crazy with the rollout going to the right. He eventually throws all the way to his left. And I think that's actually what's going to play into the Rams' favor a little bit. Is it's not necessarily how far down the field he throws it that's really impressive. I mean, he threw it at his own 22. It's going to, currently you're standing at about the 37. It's going to get to about the 32. So, long throw, but it's also completely across the field. So it's not just the distance, but also think about the angle and how difficult it is. And I think Byron Murphy, I think what happens here is I'm assuming, doesn't realize that the throw is going to be able to actually get there. But watch how it is a perfect throw. Murphy did kind of go underneath a little bit. Maybe he could have made the stop, but again, perfect throw. Always very difficult to stop, so really good stuff there by Matt Stafford. I mean, let's just be honest. I don't know if Jared Goff makes that throw. I just don't think that he does, quite frankly. So yeah, I mean, listen, huge win. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams pulling off just a big upset. I mean, I know the point spread wasn't that huge, but especially when you factor in the injuries that the Rams had, they were still able to pull this one out. That's just a huge victory for them. So good for them. And hey, the division is still well within reach. The division is still very much possible because of this win. So, yep, that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.